Hi everyone, welcome to today's video, and today we are going to talk on a very important topic, which is second mates. From last few weeks I have been observing that we have been getting a lot of comments and DMs on how to clear second mate exams, what all courses are there, how much money is required. So let's today discuss about this. In this video I'm going to talk about everything you need to know as a cadet, that how you have to become a third officer from a cadet to a third officer. So let's start today's video. So first we will talk about the roadmap. So suppose if you have done DNS, which is Diploma in Nautical Science, 1-year course. So first of all, you have to complete your course, which is your pre-C. After that, if you have done BSc, then you have to complete your BSc, and then you have to do your sea going service. For DNS candidates, it's 18 months. For BSc, it's 12 months. After that, on ship, you will get few books and few notebooks and all those things from the college, which is given by IMU and all. You have to make projects on oil tanker, chemical, bulk carrier. You have to complete all these things. Take signature of captain, chief officer, and the concerned officers, and that's how you complete your SSTP. Then you do the assessment of your SSTP and TRB. That is your credit record book, TAR record book. That will be done by your company and your college. Okay, and then you take your sea going service letter from your company, and then you do the assessment and everything, and then you do second mate course, which is a 4-month course, and some other courses of 10 days, 5 days, 12 days, like GMDSS and all, which we will discuss later on this video. And then you are eligible for second mates exam. So first complete your pre-C, then complete your C time with your TRB, SSTP and all, then take your all the documents like sea going letter, then complete your 7 courses, okay, which we will discuss, and then you can finally apply for second mates exam. So let's start. What all courses you have to do? Okay, so there are 7 courses, which is GMDSS, ROC, ARPA, ECDIS, MFA, PSC, RB, and AFF. So these are the courses which you have to do. So the first course I'm going to talk about is GMDSS. So for this course, you should have a CDC passport and your pre-C. Okay, that's the only requirement for GMDSS. But I will suggest you guys, once you have completed your 5-6 months, after that you should do this course. Okay, this will help you a lot in your cadetship. You will learn a lot from this. Plus, when you're going to appear for second mates, it will save you 15 to 20 days. And make sure you book your course in advance, because dates in GMDSS, it's very hard to find, and you can book your courses from stcwcoursefinder.com. बहुत easily you can find courses over here, and you just have to select your course, your state, your city, and the month, and it will display the courses happening in the city you have selected for. So first course is GMDSS. The fees for this course is 20,000 to 35,000. It totally depends upon the institute to institute. For me, I paid 32,500 for this course. And then you have to apply for GOC. GOC is basically a booklet, which is of 2 types. First one is for 20 years and second one is for lifetime. So I have applied for lifetime. I had a lifetime one. I have a lifetime one. So it costed me 15,000. And then when you appear for your second mates oral, after you have appeared for oral, then you have to do the endorsement of the GOC, which cost you another 3,000 rupees. So that was all about GMDSS. Now let's talk about other courses. So the next course which you have to do is ROC, Radar Observer Simulator course. The basic requirement for this is you have to do 12 months of sea time, okay, and you should have 3 months in bridge watch. So that's the requirement for this. So I'll suggest you, if you have 12 months of sea time, it's better to do this course before second mates, so that you can appear for orals in blind. Then once you have completed ROC, let's talk about the duration. So the duration for GMDSS, I forgot to tell about that, is 12 days. It will take 2 weeks, Monday to Saturday, and then you will have an exam of 3 days. After that, you have ROC, which is a course of 10 days, another 10 days, Monday to Friday. Okay, then you have an exam, which will be conducted by your institute, and it's not that much hard. But the exam for GMDSS is very hard. Let's talk about that in some other video. And the fees will be around 6,000 to 9,500, depending upon the college to college. The next course is ARPA, Automatic Radar Plotting Aid. So it's a part of radar only, ARPA. So then you will do ARPA, and for ARPA, you should have a valid certificate of ROC plus 12 months of sea time. So I'll suggest you, first ship ke baad you do GMDSS. After second ship, after your 12 months, you can do ROC, ARPA, ECDIS, because these courses does not have any validity that you have to do it in 5 years, 2 years, 10 years. So it's better to complete them as early as possible. So then you have to do ARPA, which is another 5 days course and cost around 4,500 to 6,000. And last course in this section, ROC ARPA, then we have is EGDISC. So EGDISC is kind of a Google Maps for seafarers, where there's a computer, computer screen, and on that we have our routes, charts and everything. So this course you have to do, but before EGDISC you have to do ROC and ARPA and 12 months of sea time. So once you complete your 12 months for do ROC, ARPA and EGDISC, and the fees cost from 55,000 to 9,000 rupees. Okay, and it is again for 5 days. So once you have completed these 4 courses, GMDSS, ROC, ARPA, EGDISC, now you have to do 3 other advanced courses. In your college time, you would have done FPFF, PST, EFA. So they were basic courses. Now you have to do advanced version of it. Why? Because now you are going as a third officer. Okay. Earlier you were a cadet, but now you will have a new responsibility. So you have to do an advanced level of it. So you have to do PSCRB, a 5 days course, depending upon college to college, 3,000 to 9,000. Then you have to do AFF, 4 days of course, 2,500 to 12,000, and MFA at last. The fees is 3,900 to 6,500. So these are the courses which you have to do. And after that, you have to do second mates function course, and these courses you can do up down also. Okay, it's not mandatory that first to do GMDSS, then ROC, then ARPA. It totally depends upon you. Whichever course you are getting first, do that first. Don't waste your time. Okay, so then you have to do second mate function course, which is the course of 4 months. So this course is only for DNS candidates. Okay, BSc candidates don't have to do this course of 4 months. Only this is for DNS candidates. And in this, you will be taught about all the things you have studied in your DNS, and what all is the pattern of second mates exam, what all type of questions are going to come in exam, and everything about that. You'll have 6 to 7 subjects. These returns you are going to give. And the fees for this is 32,000 to 50,000. I paid around 42 for this. So it varies upon college to college. And once you have completed your course, okay, this course, once you have completed, then you have to apply for assessment in your MMD, whatever MMD you are choosing. For me, the nearest was Noida, and I did my courses from FOSMA Noida. So I applied for Noida MMD. Okay, so you have to apply for assessment, for which you have to pay another 3,000 rupees. Don't need to calculate right now. In the end of the video, I will tell you the whole summary, how much I have paid for second mates. Okay, so now let's talk about the checklist. What all documents you need for applying for a second mates exam. Okay, so first of all, you need the assessment copy. Basically, the application which you have filled for assessment, you have to do that. Then you have to take Form 29. Form 29 is available in your e-governance. It shows your courses you have done, your seat time and everything. Okay. Then C service letter. You have to take C service letter from your company. Then article of agreement. This article of agreement is only for Indian flagged vessels. So the people who are sailing in Indian company, this point is only valid for those people. And number 5 is valid for cadets who are sailing in another companies like Anglo, Tom Tankers and all these companies. So for me, 4th point was not really eligible. 5th was eligible. Okay. Then point 6, SSTP completion certificate. You will get a certificate of SSTP completion from your college. You will send your SSTP and all and your projects to college, and then they will take a small test of you. They will ask you a few questions, and then they will give you the SSTP. Okay. Then you should have a valid medical. Okay. For me, the medical for my last shift worked because the validity of medical is 2 years. So if your medical is expired, you'll have to do that medical again. Essential pages of cadet record book. So your few pages of cadet record book, you have to take out a photocopy of like your first page, second page, where all the signatures are there, your chief officer remarks and all those things. Okay. A record of 6-month bridge watchkeeping duties. This is not that much required now because your C service letter is covering all those things. Okay. DGS approved pre-C, you will have your DNS or BSc certificate over here. Then you will have class 12. Then you have PST, EFA, FPFF, PSSR, all these certificates of all these basic courses which you have done during your pre-C. Then relevant pages of your CDC, which is your first page, details of your C service, and your last page where your next of kin and all is there. Then you have your passport, first and last page where your photo and address is there. The endorsed copy, the copy of your endorsed profile basically. And second mate 4 months job course will be there. You'll get a what you call certificate from the college. For example, I got it from Noida. I got it from FOSMA Noida that this candidate has done a course of 4 months, which is functions, and a passing certificate for that. So all these are required for foreign going written exam. Okay, so we have already talked about this. So this is only required for writtens. Now let's talk about orals. This is for this section. This much is for those who are going from rating. So this much is for this. Now we'll talk about orals. So this one is not mandatory for writtens. If you give, well and good. If you don't give, no problem. Okay. With this, you have to take yes, 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 yes here. And your principal of the college will sign over here like this, that all these documents I have checked, and then your file will go to MMD. Okay. You have to courier it. Okay. Now this part is for orals. So when you are applying for orals, if you are booking the file, if you are booking the exam together for writtens and orals, then you have to give all these certificates also, like your ROC, ARPA, ECDIS, MFA, your GMDS, all those exam certificates, all those courses certificate, those 7 advanced courses you have to give. Okay. Now let's talk about the important part. What is the pattern of the exam? So in second mid exam, there are 6 writtens, 3 orals and 1 signal exam. And how much money is required? So let's talk about this also. So for writtens, the fees is 3,000. This is for one time. Okay. So first we have CN, Celestial Navigation. The passing marks is 140. Next we have Meteorology, 50% passing marks, 50 out of 100. Next we have TCN. The passing marks is again 140. And then at the last we have Bridge, which is 100 out of 200. Why I have said last? Because this all is the part of function 1. Okay. Now let's talk about function 2, cargo handling and stowage. And this is function 3, stability. Okay. So that's how the paper is divided into 3 parts: F1, F2, F3, navigation, cargo and stability. So for navigation, I have told you, for cargo it's 120, and for ship construction is again 120. Now suppose I have filled in one exam which was bridge equipment. So I filled in number 4. And in others I have passed. So I'll have to pay 1,000 more. Okay. Now suppose I have filled in 4 exams, which were CN, Metro, TCN. Again, I have to pay how much? 1,000. Why? Because I have just filled in F1. Okay. So you have to pay 1,000 for F1, 1,000 for F2 and 1,000 for F3. And that's how the total becomes 3,000. If I would have filled in ship construction, then I would have to pay 1,000 more. Okay. So that's how the things work for returns. Now let's talk about orals. Again, oral is divided into 3 parts: navigation, cargo and controlling the operation of the ship and care of the personnel. So the fees for each oral is 1,000 rupees. In total, it's 3,000. Okay. And for signal, you don't have to pay anything extra. Your receipt of function 1 works over here. Okay. But suppose I have booked the signal for the month of September. Okay. But my F1 was booked for August. Then I have to pay extra for signals. Then my receipt will not work. Then I'll have to pay 1,000 rupees for signals extra. So that was all about this video, that how much we have to spend. Now I'll give you an analysis of how much I spent. Let's go. So talking about GMDs, I paid 32,500 for the course and 1,500 for my GOC. Okay. Which the total was 47,500. Then I did ROC, ARPA, ECDIS, which was 25,000. Then I did MFA, PSC, RB, and AFM, which was 18,000. Then second mid functions of 4 months, I paid 42,000. Then assessment, returns and orals, I paid 9,000. Okay. Then comes the big part. Stay for 7 months. This course is of 12 days. This course is of almost 1 month. Okay. This is again around 3 weeks. And this is for 4 months. So it all becomes around 6 to 7 months. Then because you have to give your returns and all, you'll have to stay in the same city. So it costed me around 84,000 when I'm taking the average of 12,000. For those who are from Noida and they're choosing their MMD as Noida, or those who are from Mumbai and they're choosing their MD as Mumbai. So this money will be saved for them. Okay. But for me, I had to pay this money because I was staying in Noida. And then for GMDS's GOC endorsement, I had to pay 3,000. And for SSTP, it varies. My college was in Lonavala, so I had to go to Mumbai to my company. I had to take my C service letter. Then I traveled to Lonavala. Then I came back. So I had to spend around 8,000, 5-6 I spent on train and then hotel and everything. So my total came to 2,36,500. But now comes the real catch. I have just cleared my second mates exam recently, 10 days back. And I would like to tell you guys that now I am starting my 2 more courses, basically 3 more courses, which is TASCO, which is advanced course for oil tanker, then CAMCO, and then I am doing LCHS, which is liquid cargo handling simulation course. And this is costing me around 35,000. And this 35,000 is apart from this. And if somebody wants to do Kiasco also, then again they'll have to spend 12,000 rupees extra. Plus, I'll have to stay for 1 month and 10 days in Noida. So that will another cost me around 15 to 20,000. So I think, according to me, this comes to around 3 lakhs total. The grand total comes to 3 lakhs because traveling, you'll travel to your hometown many times. In my 4 month of function, I traveled from Noida to Dehradun like 4 or 5 times. Then I had to travel from my flat to my college and then other traveling, and then you'll go and roam around with your friends and you'll do a lot of shopping when you are from, suppose I was from Dehradun. I went to Noida, now I'm and then after visiting Noida, sometime I'm shopping in Sarojini, sometime guys are going to eat momos and all those things. So ऐसे भी money बहुत waste होता है, ठीक है? So मोटा you'll have to save around 3 lakh rupees. So it is a suggestion from my side that try to save money of at least last ship plus 2-3 months extra. So if your stipend is around $500 and you'll save around $4,000 to $5,000, that will help you a lot. You will not have to ask your parents or your friends for the money. I, as a person of age of 25 years old, it will be very embarrassing for me when I'll ask my parents ki Papa, Mama, I want 50,000 for a course. So I'll ask you guys, I'll suggest you guys that during your cadetship, try not to buy an iPhone, not to buy a luxury car or bike or something extra, something expensive. Try to save that money and invest in your second mates, okay? Because at this time, मैं सच्ची बता रहा हूँ, not even 3 lakhs, it can go up to 3.5 lakhs also if you guys are not going to save your money wisely. Because I'll tell you about one of my friend when we started function together. He was putting a lot of money in clubbing and all those things, and at the end, he had to ask people for the money. And to be very honest, nobody was giving him money apart except from his parent. So I'll say to try to save money from the very first ship of yours. I saved a lot of money from my first ship, but at the last, I also had to ask for the money from the people because my education loan is going on. So the students who have taken education loan, there is going to be another problem for them. So try to save your money from the first day of your cadetship. That was all about today's video. Thank you so much. If you guys have any question, you can comment down that in comment section and we will be answering that in very next video. Thank you.